All right, this is ST here, and we're doing the Virus deck, one of four of the starter decks for Disaster World Set 1 Great Calamity. And this one is focused around the Poison status condition. I had these little 3D printed markers for mine, but all you need to know is that whenever a creature attacks, it takes 2 damage if it is poisoned. And that's kind of it. So, with that being said, this deck does have a lot going on in terms of strategy, as it has like a few different layers you can take to the approach. Starting first with its alpha, Infectious Prime. I would say this one has one of the best, just straight to the point effects. It's got 40 health. It's a little bit on the leaner side when it comes to alphas, but its effect is once per turn, select one creature. That creature is now poisoned and loses 4 health. You want to use this to get your poison on there because you're going to want it to use your secondary effects like Rapid Decay and Mercury City, but you'll see those when we get to them later. The cool thing about this one is this is one of the few decks you can start playing creatures from the first turn. Starting off with Aggressive Strain. Upon death, search your deck for a copy of this card and play it to an available slot without using energy. One of the highest attacks for a cost 1. This is equivalent to the 5 cost mech agent, by the way. So definitely very good at getting out that early damage. Plus its effect is pretty good as it allows you to simply grab other copies of it without having to use energy. It is frail. It's going to die when you blow it, but that's kind of the point. Definitely a very good card even outside of this deck. Next, you have Plague Hand. It's got 0 attack and 10 health. Upon play, select one creature. That creature has the attack reduced to 0 until your next turn. This is good when you need to save something in particular. I would say like an Aggressive Strain that just needs one more hit to take out something. Like this thing, Aggressive Strain can take out 12 health creatures in like 2 turns. So very good for that. Also good if you just need to you are blocking one lane with your Plague Hand, but you need to also block another lane so you can reduce the creature's attack in that lane to 0 as well. So good at kind of keeping your alpha from taking damage, because time is actually something that this deck needs to work as well. Next, slightly more expensive, you have your Viral Zombie. And this is where you get into the poison part of this deck. 4 attack, 10 health, 2 cost. Upon death, select 2 creatures. Those creatures are now poisoned. Really simple, good at spreading the poison status condition because it backs up, which is going to be like the main or in a way secondary strategy of this deck, which is Mercury City. The last card has a lot. It has kind of 2 separate effects, but they're both really good. This one is whenever this creature attacks another creature, it becomes poisoned, and as a secondary, this creature gains 2 attack for every poisoned creature. It has 6 attack, 14 health, and a 5 cost, although I do believe these stats have been updated. So it does more damage. No, I think it gets 4 attack for every poisoned creature. Regardless, this is really good when you've got like a fully poisoned board. Also, don't be afraid to poison your own creatures, because you can also bring them back using the effect of Mercury City. But this is kind of like your finisher, if you will. Very good, very solid card. This is your central card, Mercury City. It's the field card. Whenever a poison creature dies, you can play it back onto your side at full health without using energy during your next turn. This includes your opponent's creatures. So the objective of this deck in reality is to poison as many strong creatures that your opponent has as possible and get them and just kill them. Reduce them down to 0 health and then quickly grab them up next turn, which is why you would want to use cards like Aggressive Strain that deal a lot of damage very quickly and can quickly resupply themselves, and Plague Hand as well, to kind of give you time to either A, let that poison sink in, or to find another way to kill it. But that's kind of how you would play Mercury City. Part of that combo is Rapid Decay. All poison creatures lose 6 health. Good at killing multiple poison creatures after the death of a Viral Zombie. Or you can use this when you just got one to target in particular and you just want to get rid of it really, really quickly. This is good. Starter decks come with 2 copies, so you can get 12 off in a good turn. This one's pretty good. It's both draw and support. It's Infectious Incursion. This allows you to A, draw a card, and then you can also search your deck for Mercury City and add it to your hand. So as soon as you can get this gets you one more card, which is great leverage, and it searches out the main one for your strategy. Really solid card. This deck only has one attachment, Horror Formation, and this one's really good. This creature has its maximum health increased to 18, and the creature gets 2 attack for every poison creature. It's supposed to mimic what happens when any other creature, like let's say this plague hand, turns into a viral horror. But this one's really good at turning like your weak creature, like an aggressive strain, into a really strong tank and allowing it to get that extra poison damage kind of as like a secondary, just because viral horror itself doesn't do the most damage. There's only one final thing to this deck, and that is the Calamity. Best used when your opponent's alpha is kind of weak. It says the next time you draw a card, your opponent's alpha loses 20 health. This halves health for any 40 HP alphas and brings health down to 25 for any 45 health alphas. Really, really solid, especially if you're in a position to do major damage. I like this one because it brings you really close to like your finishing win condition without, feeling overpowered or too situational. I wouldn't incorporate this into every deck, but it works well here. And that's kind of it for the virus deck. Remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and like.